Now, picture a warehouse floor stacked with heavy boxes, a scaffold covered with materials, or a dockboard used for unloading deliveries. Every surface and piece of equipment has its limits, usually specified by the manufacturer or outlined in building codes. Ignoring these limits can lead to dangerous situations. For example, scaffolding must be erected per manufacturing guidelines. This means only pieces intended for use for the specific scaffolding kit you're using will uphold the weight rating of the equipment. When loads exceed weight capacities, floors can crack, scaffolds can collapse, and dockboards might give way under the stress of excessive weight. And it's not just the weight that matters, but also how the load's distributed. A misbalanced load, even within the weight limits, can cause uneven pressure distributions, leading to structural weaknesses and potential collapse. Key here is not just to load within the limits, but to do so evenly and thoughtfully. So, before adding any weight to a surface or equipment, it's important to measure and weigh the load. Use accurate scales to make sure that the total weight is within the load capacity limit set for that particular surface or equipment. Then, plan the distribution of the load carefully. Make sure to distribute the load evenly across the surface and avoid placing heavy items in one concentrated area, which again can cause imbalance and stress on the structure. Training for staff involved in loading tasks is also important. They should be aware of the load capacities of different surfaces and equipment and understand the principles of safe loading techniques. This includes evenly distributing the weight, using the right equipment for loading and unloading, and ensuring that the loads are secure. Lastly, you should schedule regular inspections of all load-bearing surfaces and equipment for signs of wear, damage, or overloading. Damage can become worse over time until an accident seemingly comes out of nowhere. By understanding and following these guidelines, we can significantly reduce the risks associated with overloading. It's about being mindful of the limits of our equipment and our work environment.